Alright, so just showered again before I hit the road for Montana. And I will say, very refreshing. But at the same time, I also just reminded myself how much I like this backpack. Like literally for $30, this is a solid backpack. Fits everything and some. Goodbye, Jackson. Off to Montana. Bye to the Grand Tetons. See you later. You were awesome. Maybe I'll come back eventually, but not on this drive. Now we're on to Montana. All right, we came to the other side of the mountain. Apparently the Tetons are still there, so this is now the final goodbye. Wow, that's actually an incredible shot of the mountains right now. If only there was no one driving and I could get this all alone. That looks awesome. Lieutenant Van's not liking the 10% grades going up this mountain. Kind of screaming at me. But views are kind of cool though. You can even see it. You can look down in the valley of Jackson Hole and stuff. You got it, Lieutenant Van. You got it. You're a trooper. He's only a 4-speed, so sometimes he has to yell. He's getting there. Shift. Oh, nope. No shift. Well, I'm in Idaho. I guess the backside of the Tetons is Idaho, and the street sign that I just passed after going through like a left turn, like warning sign thing, I noticed that there was like 12 bullet holes in it. So, great first impression, Idaho. I love it. It's where I belong. Where kids shoot up street signs and have tons of land all to themselves. Probably like one sheriff for like 75,000 square miles. No problems when riding dirt bikes. No problems when riding motorcycles. No problems when robbing banks. No problems when, killing people. Camera's the wrong way. It was supposed to be facing the other way. And it's not supposed to be vertical either. But we're in Tagi Forest, I think is what it said. This is looking pretty awesome. It's nothingness, but there's a lot of green grass and mountains. This looks like legit where I'd put my house in a Minecraft server. You want to know what I was thinking about like 5 seconds ago? Backstory to how this thought even came up is because of a ticket that I got from the EPA when I was at like 2017, 2018. I don't even remember anymore. What year is it now? 23? Man, I have no idea what year it was, but it was probably like 2017 or 2018 would be my guess. But when I was riding dirt bikes, one of the dudes that I first met on that day actually got in a dirt bike accident, and it was like blah blah whatever, and he wanted me to call an ambulance for him. So I was like, I'm not going to deny you an ambulance, so yeah, let me call you an ambulance. But what the mistake that I made there was that I stayed there rather than leaving after I called the ambulance. I mean, technically it was private property, but like I don't think anyone really gave a shit that we were there. But so I ended up getting a ticket from the EPA, and then I was like, I shouldn't be getting like punished from like, I don't know, I guess it depends on how you look at it, but I don't know, I kind of just wanted to go in there and hope that the cop didn't show up and then I could just walk away. And then I thought about it, like today I was just thinking about it, and when I walked into that courtroom, the other EPA cop appointed another EPA cop to show up to my case so that it would be ongoing. When if he wasn't able to make it, I would have just walked out. So that it makes me wonder, like, as a citizen, can we do that too? Can we appoint someone else to go to our defense? Like, do we have to be there? Because like, if I'm out of state and I get a ticket, say in Montana, but I'm from Massachusetts, most people aren't going to fly back out to Montana to fend their like $150 speeding ticket or whatever. So could you just hire like a lawyer to go and act as you as defense? That court day was awful though, if you even want to call it a court day. I remember driving there, I almost smashed a cop on the way in because I didn't realize it was a two-way street. He was like at the end, like coming to the exit, and I took the turn pretty wide with the van. Yeah, so that was already an awful start. And then I walked into the courtroom, sitting there, we were like waiting and stuff. I don't know what we were waiting for, but the judge, we were waiting for something, and I was just sitting there like a good little noodle. The cop's phone rings, and he's like, oh God, shit, oh God, oh my God, it's ringing. The lady's like, if you need to step out and take that, that's fine. The lady was the judge. And he was like, no, that's good. It's just the wife. I don't want to talk to her. And then I thought that was funny, so I was like, I started giggling. She was like, what do you think, that's funny? I was like, whoa, lady, what the fuck? What? She thought that I thought it was funny being in courtroom for the ticket that I got from the EPA. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how do we go from like -100 to 100 with like no in between. She was obviously having a bad day. And I'm just sitting there like, what? What is going on? For some reason, I just froze up when I was in there. I'm awful. And then, so she slapped the ticket in front of me again, and I was like, I'm picking it up. I'm like, okay, so do I have to pay this like here, or do I pay this online? She was like, read the paper. I was like, all right. I wasn't very thrilled, but I was like, okay, lady. Have a nice day. Hey, Montana Mountains. Look at that. On a road. It just rained. Doing good. Got about 3 hours till there, but I'll probably stop before that, sleep. And then we will have to go there in the morning. And then I don't know what we're going to do in the morning. I don't know if I want to hike stuff or if I'm going to ride the motorcycle, because I still got to figure out how long it's going to take to drive from here to Washington, like Mount Rainier and stuff. And then all the way from Washington to San Diego. I got to plan all that out so far. I wonder what like the rules are for recreational vehicles like ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes. Like, there's so much good riding, I would think, but like, I don't know what would be legal and what's not. Oh my God, going off the road again. Looks like they're trucking in, or I shouldn't say trucking, they're trading in some coal. That's what it looks like to me. Unless it's dirt. But the dirt around here looks like it's brown or freaking red. Oh my God, coal bad for environment. Shut up. Trust me when I say this, once coal runs out, oh actually you know what, I think it's 2060. Once coal runs out in 2060, war has begun, let me say that. I'll just leave it at that. Which also kind of like makes me wonder if we're gonna go back to like sticks and stones era, or like riding horses and stuff, or like whatever era that was, or if we will actually find a way to like transport stuff without the use of fossil fuels. Entertaining to think about, because you don't know. I feel like if we all ended the fucking world with like nuclear bombs and stuff, and all of us just blew up, and there happened to be a couple survivors, we would absolutely go back to like horseback riding and all that stuff before like the Industrial Revolution, probably. And then we would have to go from there. There's no way like we're gonna get right back to it with like Teslas and stuff like that. It's just gonna be recharged off wind. And if, yeah, most people have Teslas, and you know what? 90% of the owners don't even charge them from solar or wind. So guess what? Half that power is probably coming from coal or natural gas or oil. Probably oil and coal for the most part. So suck it. It's not green. Shut up. Although I will admit, it would be pretty cool if we actually did go all green. And to me, all green says nuclear. You want to know why? Because they produce nothing. No CO2, no nothing. Straight up, the toxic waste. That's it. You just go bury it in the desert, dude. No one's out there. No one cares. Oh my God, toxic waste. Shut up. You run your car in your garage. Talk about carbon monoxide and toxic waste. Shut up. All right, well, back to the nuclear conversation. For some reason, every time I put the phone down, I think of another topic. Nuclear fusion. That is the freaking future. You know why? Because that is sick. It's not fission, where they're splitting the atom. They're putting two of them together. And that takes, like, insane, like, stuff to do that. That is wild. I remember learning about it a little bit in college. I think it was my thermos teacher. He was talking about, like they have fusion down, but now it's how can they contain it for a prolonged period of time. Because I think the max that they've ran the fusion testing, I think their headquarters for fusion is in, like, France. The max that they've ran it is, like, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Because it produces, like, such hot... It's so hot. It's, like, plasma almost, I guess. And it's at, like, 1,000,000 degrees. It's like the sun, literally. It's literally the sun. And think about it. Like, there's only so many metals that I don't know. How does a freaking piece of metal withstand 1,000,000 degrees? Or 10 million degrees. I don't even remember what it was, but it was more than like 5, so that was like insane to me. I don't know, just cool stuff to think about. I also do want to mention that I am all for green energy, okay? I'm not like the world hater that's like coal all day, every day, oil's the best, screw the renewables, they do nothing, even though, like, you know, they kind of do nothing. I don't know, I just don't like how we're like cutting down forests and all this to put up solar fields. It would make more sense to just put the solar fields in the desert. It is already flat land. Like, especially up north. Like, I know that power best generated to the closest that it's being used. I don't know, man. If we're, like, cutting down trees and stuff, doesn't that kind of, like, defeat the purpose? You know? I don't know, man. We should have kept Pilgrim nuclear power plant in Plymouth. Should have kept it running. They would have been thriving off the prices of energy right now. Natural gas has gone up in price, and it has not dropped ever since the Ukraine-Russia war popped up, especially because of the pipeline that they blew up, or whoever blew up, the whole, like, U.S., China, Russia, Ukraine, Germany, like, I don't even know. There's a whole debate on, like, who blew it up. But at the end of the day, it blew up and the prices rose for LNG. I also do want to mention, actually, that solar panels are very useful for, like, off-grid applications, because obviously you're not going to have huge amounts of, like, transmission lines or distribution lines to go to your house. So, like, that's kind of like your only option unless you're building a power plant at your house, which is probably not going to happen. Or you want to run generators, which run on gas all the time, and you still have to go back and forth to get gas to put it back into the generator, or diesel, whatever, just fuel in general. But that's probably the only good application I can think of for solar panels. And I guess the houses, maybe, I guess. Depending on if the power company pays you back for the stuff that you put back into the grid rather than take out of the grid. I heard some places don't do that, and I think that's stupid. If I'm generating enough electricity where I am actually inputting into the grid rather than taking out of the grid, then my power bill should be way less. I should be getting paid for that. Personal opinion stuff, though, I guess. I wonder if we got a fresh patch of, what are we thinking? Oh, those are big crepes. I don't know what that would be like. Snowmobiles? I'm gonna guess snowmobiles. Montana roads, snowmobiles. I guess they could be jet skis, but I feel like they'd be a smaller crate. What else does Ski-Doo make? Well, I missed my exit again, so now I can't do the totally legal U-turn in Mexico like I did last time, like this specific spot right here. It looks like there's actually people that are on this highway, for one, and two, this is the only state that I have seen a cop on I-90, so the signs are telling me not to do that. So now I'm gonna actually drive like 6 miles this way and then 6 miles back so that I can go back and take my exit. Apparently some Montana kids have some death wishes. Come out of the store after I went pee. I see some Montana kid just leaning up on my van smoking a cig. I'm like, get the fuck off my van. I don't give a shit what the hell the car looks like. Do not lean on someone else's car. I don't care if it's a Ferrari. I don't care if it's some shitbox Chevy Silverado from like 1200 BC. I don't care if it's my van. I know it doesn't look the greatest and of high value, but don't lean on it. It's not yours. Do not touch another person's property. It's not cool. Look, mountains. That's insane. Look at that. Mountains for days. Wow, is that a waterfall right there? See that? Is that just me? Is that a waterfall? Well, I have no idea what lake it is, but we are about an hour from Glacier National Park, the south entrance, if there is like multiple entrances. I'm about to go stay in like, I don't even know what the town's called, but there's a Walmart there, so I'm probably just gonna sleep there. Oh, a plane. Oh, is this an aerial museum? Or just... Alright, so the town name is Polson, and there's my Wally World right there. My RV camping buddies are already packed up, ready to go. Got Taco Bell across the road. Got O'Reilly's in case shit goes wrong. In case stuff goes wrong. Go park there, play some RuneScape. We'll be good. I can't believe how many times that I've slept at Walmart on the strip so far. This is probably, what, like 5 or 6? Night 5 or 6 at the Walmart? Alright, let's test the Taco Bell from Montana compared to Taco Bell back home in Boston. So far, don't know what's better. This one just feels like it's all crammed together, but at the same time, it's a taco, so what do you expect? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely not the burrito bowl from Jackson, Wyoming. But this is pretty good. Compared to Boston, Taco Bell's back home. I don't know. This might top them, to be honest.